everyone, James Manziel here bringing you yet another video. Oh my god, you guys. So we are doing yet another subscriber submitted wig. Yes. Now this one is a doozy because they sent me quite a bit. So let me just bend over and get it. God, it's gonna be hard in this dress. It's actually not that heavy. Anyways, let's read what they wrote. Okay. Dear YouTube bestie James Mansfield. Well, that's very familiar. I want to send you this wig that I bought. I have never worn it, but it comes with a fun story. Well, we'll see about that. I saw an advertisement on Facebook for cheap human hair wigs, so I thought that I would see what they were like. For the price of $38.99, I bought a 24-inch, 200% density, 613 human hair wig. I know, it's a little too good to be true. Trust me, honey, I'm sure it is. I just thought maybe it was going to be gross drain hair or something. Anyway, when I got the wig 4 weeks later, I got a very cheap, less than Party City costume wig. I wanted to give it to you, but before I did, I wanted to make sure that I doctored it up to make it extra thick. I cut up a white wig that I had to add to it and also bought some synthetic tracks from Amazon. I made sure to test it with my steamer to make sure it holds a curl.
My black hair will grow back in by the time she's done reading this letter.
That's why it's currently wavy. I was trying out my waveformers. I also dyed the wig to make sure it wasn't super yellow. I would really appreciate it if you would accept this wig from me. It's not 100% my construction because I would never use that cheap wig cap. I'm kind of proud of my Franken wig, and I hope that you like it. It would be even better if you did a video styling it because I'm a huge fan of your channel. I included the top section of the wig. I cut up and added some clips to it. I played around with it and I think it would make a really good topper. I also had another wig I hadn't worn before. It's a short bob, just for good measure. I love you and your channel so much, Chad S. Well, Chad S, let's see what you gave me aside from a novel of a letter. Thank you, thank you. All right. Now, okay, this is the bob they were talking about. This is nice. Okay, that's cute. What else we got? What else we got? Okay, pull this out. Oh, this is the topper that they cut up. Okay. I'm getting some ideas here. This is the top of a wig that they cut apart. This must be the Franken wig. Wow. Let's see. Okay. You did a pretty good job, honey. I have to say, like, I've seen a lot worse. This is actually not that bad. And considering that you actually got ripped off by one of those human hair things on Facebook, I'm sure you did a really good job. Okay, I think this video might deserve a part 2. I actually had a plan going into this, so I'm gonna do my first part where I style an Alexis Mateo inspired hairdo for you folks, because a lot of you have been asking for that, and I decided I'm going to deliver. But this Franken wig is going to be for part 2. That's right, episode, whatever this is, part 2. This timeline's gonna be all sorts of messed up. Anyways, that's going down here for now. Let's take a look at our stuff here. Okay, so we got our topper, which is perfect for what we're doing today. And we have our bob. All right. We are going to style up this bob and this topper into an Alexis Mateo inspired look. Okay, now let's get started. I'll be right back. Welcome back. This is the wig on my head before. Okay. I love how editorial this is. Do you think I can pull this off? It's like very early seasons of Drag Race when girls walk down just like lingerie and a bob. I'm having so much fun with this. All right, we'll be back. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. I am just brushing through the wig. It's all pinned down. It kind of smells like fabric softener, so I'm gonna start breaking out, you guys, but that's fine. This is fine. I appreciate that you washed the wig. Okay, so let's go through here and just start teasing it, because part of the big pageant style updo hairstyles, teasing's involved. If you want to have like the big voluminous donut hair that she has, you gotta do a little bit of teasing, sorry to say. Now, the good way to do this is there's a way to cheat this. Now, what most people do is they'll take a full wig and just start folding it in half and balling it up and basically creating like a donut. But that's only gonna get you so much. Now these kind of hairstyles crack me up because it just takes me back to like when I first started doing drag. I saw this stuff all the time. I used to attend a lot of pageants, and there was like a rule. I don't know if it's still a rule now, but in one of the ones I watched, you weren't allowed to have any hair that touched your back. So everything had to be like an updo. And if it had, you know, a lace front, it had to have a rooted hairline. So most girls just grew their real hair out long and would pin all sorts of craziness to the top of their heads. Now, if you hear sniffling, that's my dog smelling the fabric softener. He's very sensitive. He's a Shiba Inu, so he's also gifted. I'm not doing a whole lot to this. I'm just doing like a basic tease just to add some volume to the roots. Almost good. We just gotta do this whole wig, and then we'll do a little bit of this little wig here. And then we'll start doing the styling. It's actually a really, really easy hairstyle we're doing today. I'm glad I signed myself up for this. Also, one thing you can do, I actually learned this from Eureka. What she does is she takes a dome, right? She creates like a dome out of like buckram, and she'll take tracks and sew them all over the dome. And then she takes that and teases it all out and then shellacks the crap out of it with hairspray. And that's how she created like those hair loafs. Maybe when I'm finally able to see people again, I can meet up with her and she could show me how to do it on camera. What do you think, Eureka? Okay, so this fabric softener is killing me, you guys. But I will say it's kind of a double-edged sword because I don't know what it is. I think the treatment from the fabric softener broke the hair down a bit, so it was really, really easy to tease. Like the hair got real packed down real quickly. So, I mean, there's the positive outside of that. All right, now I'm just doing some more just packing teasing just to make sure there's air in it because I want to do like more structured stuff rather than just, you know, folding the wig up and being done because that's the way to do it, to cheat it, you know? But we're not going to cheat it today. We're going to do the real thing. Now, that's what I like to call like, you know, your Miss Continental kind of hair because it's like such, you know, classic pageant hair. Okay, now what we're gonna do here is just smooth it out and we're gonna do a French twist on it. And it doesn't matter if it's like too small for the head because that isn't really the case. We're not gonna worry about the hairline or any of that. We just wanna make sure this is all nice and smooth because they're gonna judge you on that. If you have a hair out of place, girl, that thing better be shellacked. All right, that's gorge. Now, take some pins. I gotta save some for my head too. That's right, we're gonna attach this to my head as well. So you're gonna see, whew, a sight to behold, which is my boy hair. Excited for that. All right. Now, if you're actually doing this, you want to use a lot more, but since this is just a demo, I'm only going to use as much as I have. So that's just how it's going. You want to put like a bunch of pins there to start your French twist and make sure it is all nice. All right. Now I have a section here in the front I'm going to leave out because that's going to be our stylish portion. All right, let's start our other side and start smoothing that over. And what you really want to look out for is holes. You don't want holes in the hair. So if you see a hole, try and smooth it out and smooth hair over it. Okay, it's looking cute. All right, this section just get folded in. There's little sections there hanging down, that's fine too, who cares? This kind of hairstyle also works as great dance hair if you're a dancing queen and you actually have like long enough hair to pin it down to. That's all it really boils down to because if you do this on a lace front, it's kind of playing with fire because a lot of this stuff is like held on with pins and stuff. So it's all a very good chance it all could fall off. Like if I could marry myself to having long hair, you know, in my real life, I probably would do this a lot. But also like the downside is like from girls I know that have done this, they told me how like they lose hair a lot. Like they start to bald really quickly from their hair being constantly tugged all the time. Like I think it's like traction alopecia or something. All right, now here's a section that's very important. Now you see where this root is? We are really gonna make sure that shows through because that's gonna be the part that we have to blend in with our hair. My hair is dark, so this works out really well for me because I have dark hair naturally. All right, we're gonna take our style portion now. And this is where you can have as much fun as you want. Like I could do like a flame like that. Look how cool that could be. Yeah, let's do that. And all that boils down to now is just hairspray and heat and making sure you got a strong base of teasing here. The traditional word for what we're doing right now is called a topper. Yes, it is basically a name for a hairpiece that goes on top of the head or on top of another wig to create more hair that your real hair can't achieve normally. They were very, very popular in the 1960s and even go as far back to like ancient Japan, some of the first toppers that were created. That was something fascinating I learned from like watching a wig history video. A lot of those fantastic like updos in the 60s, like the barrel curls and everything, a lot of those, the hairdressers that created them, they were inspired by, you know, ancient Japanese hairstyles, shin-yongs and stuff. All right, now I'm just doing some initial smoothing and drying, but this topper is just about done. I just been cooking it with hairspray and heat. Okay, our topper is done. Now comes time for the scary part. I gotta take my wig off. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Let's do this. All right. I don't wanna do this. Okay. Real fast like a Band-Aid.
Yeah, we tried that out and it turns out my hair is not long enough, so we're not gonna do that. So let's restart this.
All right, I am back. Now, that didn't quite work out the way I thought it would, but we're not gonna talk about it, all right? We're gonna move on and we're gonna start fresh, okay? Now, I have on a lace front wig that I tied back into a ponytail. If you wanna see how I do that, I'll link that video down below. It's kinda old, but you get the gist. I did the same thing here that I did in that video for a base ponytail. Now, let's start by putting on our topper. This is our topper, and I'm just gonna put that right there. Lovely. And we are going to pin it down. Now you wanna use a lot of bobby pins, but since it's just a demo, I'm not gonna use that many. Also, it's just because it's a demo. It's not because I ran out of bobby pins or I don't know where they are. That's totally the reason why.
Or you were too lazy to walk to Sally's, even though it's only a block away.
It'll be a bit of a struggle bus getting it onto your head, but don't worry, it'll totally work out. Now, it turns out that when you want to do hair buns like this, it really helps to have long hair. My hair was not long enough to achieve that. I needed at least 2 more inches in order to get a ponytail that was, you know, sustainable for this kind of hair loaf. So, you know, that's something to note for the future. Grow your hair out or use a lace front wig like I'm doing. It'll work out just the same, don't worry. I promise you it totally works. All right, now we are gonna do what I call augmenting. Okay, I have here a hair piece. This is a piece of jumbo braid that I turned into a switch. Now, just to give you a demonstration of how it works, here it goes. I'll undo it because it's kind of messed up anyway because it's been in a drawer. You just take the braid down so I can redo it. Now, what the purpose of a switch is to use as a sort of way to like mask. It's like, you know, putting bias tape around a seam. It's there to like, it's like a headband made out of hair. Got my switch all undone, so I'm gonna redo it. Now, there are sanitary ways to do this. You can put it in a vise, but I learned this from watching Auntie Mae, where you just take it and hit your hair, and like that, you can braid it. And it's just like on my hair, it's fine. Who cares? Looks like I'm vomiting hair. Okay, hairball. Yeah. Okay, let's tie off that end. And we have a switch, also known as a halo. This is used to mask your seam for where you have a join on a hairpiece. All right, we're gonna set that to the side because we don't need her just yet, but we needed our switch, our halo switch, to be nice and perfect, okay? So here we go. Throw that there. We're gonna take this little piece of a frontal that they cut off from the wig, and we're gonna actually use this as another hair piece. This actually would be considered a topper now that it looks like that, but I'm gonna use it as sort of a hair piece for a ponytail. So, I'm just gonna make sure it's brushed out. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna fold it some so I can get that seam out of here. I'm gonna take it and put it in the back of the head. And that's gonna act sort of like a fall. You may wanna have a hand mirror so you can see the back of your head to see how it looks, because that's important as well. And if it looks a little messy, use something to mask it, like a bow or a hair clip or an earring. You can do whatever you want with this kind of hairstyle. It's mostly just like Legos. All right, now this is where the halo switch comes in, okay? You're gonna take this part here and we're gonna wrap that up and fold that in. We're gonna put that down first, and they're gonna bring this around and tightly pull it on. And using your bobby pin, I'm gonna pin that to the wig. And that's gonna hide our seam where we have our join here. And use a bunch of them. Like I said, this whole hairstyle is just nothing but bobby pins. And if this is going on your real hair, Girl, I'm praying for you because this stuff hurts. My goodness. Okay. Now, we are looking good. I'm going to reinforce this with like 80 more bobby pins and I will be right back. Welcome back. This is the final result. Oh my God, girl, this is like some straight up circa 2004 drag hair right now. I am living. Okay, so a few things. It's not as smooth as I would like it. Now, I'd be docked a lot of points if this is my actual pageant hair. And since I have a fall in the back, this would definitely dock me more points because it's not supposed to touch your shoulder. It's supposed to be up. So this is more like a talent hair. You know Sarah Andrews? She has a video that is ancient here on YouTube where she's actually showing you in a dressing room how to do these big old pageant bouffant hairstyles in a quick fix. So definitely check that out. She's got a great video on that if you want to learn more in-depth stuff about how all these hair buns work.
Thank you so much, Chad, for donating these wigs, and I promise you, I will get to your wig that you created as well. Part two, okay? Now, this wig is fabulous, but it is just missing one more thing. The James Manziel Magical Wig Spray from Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab. Let's just give this hair a spritz. Now my hair smells just like cream soda. Available at blackphoenixalchemylab.com. And as you know, grooming can be an absolute drag, but thankfully I have Manscaped. Use my code JAMES20 or Mansfield for 20% off your purchase plus free shipping. Get it today. It's such a great deal. It's for your no-no bits. Shave your bits. And now I would like to take a moment, a Venmo moment, where I thank everyone who's tipped me on Venmo. I would like to thank Cliff, James, love that name, Russ, thank you, Russ, Todd, oh my God, Todd, you are doing the most, knock it off, Ash, Chris, Natalie, and Sean. Thank you all so much for the tips on Venmo. You guys truly help keep this channel running. I really appreciate it. Oh my God. And thank you again, Chad, for submitting this wig. This is fabulous. Oh my God, I really love the way this came out. It's such an old school drag lesson. I hope you guys learned a lot today. Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye. Click here and watch me talk about cam queens while doing the ugliest makeup in the world. Or see me transform a subscriber's wig. Come on, click it. You know you want to. If you don't click it, your crush will never text you back. So click it.